Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Entertainment Enthusiast. And for today's show, I am going to be giving you my non-spoiler review thoughts of the latest Jason Statham action vehicle, the Beekeeper. Before I get started, again, this is non-spoilers, but I'm going to do a brief plot synopsis for this in case if you're unaware what this movie is. If you've seen the trailers, you know exactly what this is. But anyway, it's Jason Statham stars as Adam Clay. He is a beekeeper, literally keeping bees, and he lives on a farm that he's a tenant for a Miss Eloise Parker. She lives by herself. She's a school teacher. She's a very nice person, and Adam Clay calls her his only friend. That's actually looked out for him and taken care of him. She gets a message on her computer from a bunch of scammers and fishers telling her, here, oh, there's a thing on your computer, which this is that is so anyway, she gets this thing on her computer, and which is common in today's world. We deal with scammers. Oh yeah, you need to call this number or give us your number so we can get into your system and your hard drive, protect your data. She falls for that. She calls this number, and it's a bunch of this douchebag scammer, rich piece of shit. Sorry. And he calls him up, and he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna help you out. You got to download some stuff. So it's kind of current day. Oh, you download these things so we can get access to your computer, and they wipe out her life savings. They wipe out everything. They steal everything from her. She commits suicide. Adam Clay finds out about this, and what followed, and then it turns out he's a beekeeper. That's really a clandestine secret organization there's a lot of this puns in the movie called Protect the Hive. And what follows is this rampage-driven action flick of Jason Statham going after everybody that did this. It's like a vigilante. And so yeah, that's that, and that's only in the first 15 minutes. You think I'm spoiling the movie? It's not. It's only the first 15 minutes. It's not a spoiler. But yeah, what follows is a Jason Statham kicking ass for that. And okay, that was plot summary. But this movie's awesome, absolutely awesome. It is bloody. It is just a action-filled, great time of Jason Statham kicking ass for about 2 hours. That's what this is. If you don't like Jason Statham, definitely don't watch this movie, because this is what you get. You sign up for Jason Statham kicking ass, and that's what you're gonna get. It is action-packed. Jason Statham has a very high body count. Like, bodies start piling up like crazy. We go from 4 to 7 more, like 7 to 4. It just piles and piles and piles on this rampage-driven movie. Like, Statham kicks ass, and he does that, and like he only kills the people that he deserves to be killed. I don't believe believe any bees die. Yeah, I would just say that. I'm not going to answer anymore, because there's a pretty cool scene in the movie where he's taking on a former beekeeper. But again, but no, like, bodies piling like crazy. Like, he's just Jason, like, he's like MacGyver, but he actually has the balls to use everything in his power to kill anybody. He's pretty much Jason Bourne. Bourne killed people in a brutal way. Yeah, Sean will definitely be happy. But that's essentially what this movie is. Jason Statham kicking ass for 2 hours and using everything at his disposal. Guns, his hands, his legs, brass knuckles, knives. Like, Jason Statham is this generation's Arnold and Stallone back in the 80s, and those classic 80 action. Yeah, I would say that's some Division stuff, but it's more so if him just going rogue and just going off on everybody, like everybody that deserves it. Every single person that dies in this movie, every single person that dies in this movie deserves it, because they're pieces of shit that are taking money away from people that actually, the hardworking people, just because, oh yeah, we're going to try to make some more money. like he like again back to the 80s stuff, like this the delivery of these one liners, like Statham's got quite a bit of them. Like one in particular, he's in an elevator shaft and a bunch of these rogue like Secret Service guys are shooting oh yeah, definitely Jason Bourne. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely Jason Bourne. He's like Jason Bourne, but he actually kills. Jason Bourne just beats him up. Statham kills, like, and literally kills him in like whatever way possible. He's like MacGyver. That if MacGyver killed somebody, that's the best way to describe his character. Like he's a former beekeeper. And there's a lot of puns of bees in this one, like all that the like talking about the bees, how what the ideas of the bees. So there's a lot of bee analogies in this and a lot of puns. But a bunch of guys are shooting an elevator shaft. He's standing in there, and after they're done shooting, he goes, "Are you guys done?" And then you hear him reload the guns. He puts a grenade on top of it, like or a C4 or something to blow up the elevator shaft. Guy gets cut in half. Literally, so this is violent. This is straight up R-rated violence right here. And then after the guys fall down the elevator, she goes, "Yeah, now you're done." Like it's just the delivery. He does it very like Statham-esque, where he's like very serious demeanor when he delivers these lines when he's killing these people that absolutely deserve it. And or like just the demeanor is like, "We have laws for this." Yeah, when they stop, then you got me. Like it's just like this his delivery is just perfect. And the like I cracked up so many times during this one when he just like, oh yeah, a bunch of FBI guys. All right, we need to cover this section here. All right, he might choose the back, so we need to cover here. He just shows up. Like he just shows up in the middle. He's like, "Oh yeah, I figured I'd give the firefighters a little like time off." And then he's like, "Oh, if there was a back way, I would have found it." Like it's just this delivery. And then or he's like in the middle of a room and there he is. Oh, we're gonna catch this guy. He's like right there. Like he just shows up. Like he's just like just the mysterious demeanor about him where he just shows up and he just kicks ass. Like I can't remember, like I can't believe like figure out the highest body count because I wasn't keeping track, but it's definitely in the high 50s, 60s at least. Like, and this is him doing it. Like it's some questionable parts. Like I think they need to be less on the FBI, the subplot with FBI. They were, I mean, I was watching it and it was like it wasn't really like ruining the fun for me. It was just a point. I'm like, okay, there's no need for them. These people were like, you're not gonna stop him. You keep talking about stopping him, but you're not. Like, cool, okay. There is a little funny moment in it when if you watch it, you'll notice in an FBI room construction workers doing some construction while the movie is going on. So you actually see guys working on the ceiling while people are talking and everybody's just walking past them. So I don't know if this was intentional or not. This is just little funny stuff in it. The villain was okay. Again, you just know he was just Josh Hutcherson plays one of the villains and he's just an asshole. A rich asshole that's like, okay, are you gonna do this? And then he's like, are you gonna? He's just that he doesn't fight because he's just a little wuss. Again, they were just there to serve the purpose, I guess. But again, the main part thing going into this movie is you're watching Jason Statham kick ass, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. If you expect anything else, then no. I don't recommend this movie, but if you want to watch a good movie that's just to turn off your brain for about 2 hours, just to go in a good clean action movie, like stuff that back from the 80s, because that's essentially what these type of movies were back in the 80s. Were these like some plot but more main action guy going in there and kicking ass. And like I would have to say this is my favorite Jason Statham movie that he's ever done in his entire career. Like from start to finish, action packed. He's had some other ones where they started off a little bit slow, then the action hit. I was asked one question: do I like what do I prefer, this or a transporter? I would have to say this because this is just Jason Statham at his finest. Like he does most like the fight sequences are well shot, no shaky cam, nothing. There's like you're fully seeing it, like you're seeing him like like a cool fight scene in the hallway, him going upstairs, taking out all these bad people. It's just from start to finish, Jason Statham kicking ass. And if you're expecting anything else, and I'm sorry, then you're probably not going to like this movie. This is like, I must see. You got to see this in the theaters if you can. If not, definitely rent it. It is absolutely worth it. Heck, even buy it, like a blind buy. Like, this movie is absolutely worth watching. It is so good, so entertaining. Jason Statham is a badass, and that's what he was. And then I kind of I'm like, I hope this does well, like, because I want to see more. I want to see more of this character because I want to see more Jason Statham kicking ass. I love him. He's great. I've seen all his movies. Like, this is like his best one that he's done, because he had those, like, he's great in those minor other ones. Like, I loved him in the Expendable movies. I love him in the Fast and the Furious series when he was the villain in there. All his movies have been like, there's a big majority of them I just love them, and this one is just no different. Like, this is so good, so action packed. Like, you got to see this movie. You got to experience it for yourself. I can't go into any more details. I want to, because I've had a couple bad streaks of flicks of bad movies that I saw in theaters and I was really looking forward to. So I was really hoping, can this one break the streak? And oh yeah, it did. It was like the group I was sitting next to were like just laughing the whole time saying, damn, Jason Statham's a badass. So I'm like, yeah, I agree. But yeah, this was like, and it was a pretty packed theater. So I'm like, if you can, see this movie. See it in the theaters. See it in the high format. Whatever you do, go see this movie. Like, it is so worth it. Action, thrill ride, and it does not feel long at all. Like, you're in there and then you're done. That's how like you're sucked in for the story this whole time, and you're laughing at all the ways Jason Statham's killing people. Like, yeah, that just I can't say any more about it. Like, I maybe I might do a spoiler review a little bit down the line in a couple months when people get to see this. Okay. But yeah, maybe in a couple months after people get a chance to experience that is the Beekeeper. But I can't go into much more than that. Jason Statham kicking ass for 2 hours, and that's exactly what you're gonna get. Like, you got to see this movie. If I have to give it a rating, solid 8 out of 10. Solid. Like, again, I have to come up with a new rating system, or 8 bee stings out of 10, or 8 Jason Statham neck snaps out of 10, or whatever. Go see this movie. Like that, it's as simple as that. Just see this movie. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. Just see it. And that's gonna do it for the review. Like I said, I can't go into any more details. I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but yeah, if you want to go watch Jason kick ass 2 hours, go see this movie. So that's gonna about do it for my quick review. Again, it's really quick. Again, can't really go into much more detail than this. Anything I just talked about is probably like the first couple minutes of the movie, so you're not missing anything. So if you like what you see, make sure you click that like and subscribe button. We got a lot of great stuff here at the channel, from movie reviews, reviews, gaming, anime, stuff like that. Tune in and click that like and subscribe button. At the Entertainment Enthusiast 365, that's where you can find us on our YouTube channel. We also have our Twitch panel, like our Twitch page, site as the channel as well, which we do a lot of our live streams for video games. Yeah, I'm glad you want to see it. Nice. And yeah, and you're welcome. That's what I'm here for, to see these great movies and tell you about them. But yeah, we have our Twitch channel as well. That's where we do a lot of our live streams for video games. We do a lot of great stuff with there. We'll be participating in Extra Life this year, which is the game day, I believe, is on November 2nd. More details will come once we get closer, since we're only in January. But yeah, that's we'll be doing a lot of our live streams. And again, I'll provide more details later on. And then again, make sure you click that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell at the bottom right corner. That just tells you what else we got going on the channel, so you get notified anytime there's a new video, like this review right here. So without further ado, that's going to be doing it for it. So before I leave, I got to ask you, have you been entertained? If not, tune in next time. All right, have a good one, everybody.